Evening YouTube. So we are having the 100 subs party tonight. So we've been out earlier, we went for an Indian, really nice it was as well, and the bloke gave us a 10% discount, and he was really nice to us tonight because me and James spoke about it. He thinks we've been going to another restaurant because me and James used to always be down the Indian having something to eat. But since starting the channel, I've been spending all my money on amplifiers and speakers, so I have not been going down there. But the bloke don't know that, and I think he thinks we must have found somewhere else to go. So he gave us a 10% discount, and he said we can have that when we go in there from now on. Because we was normally in there, me, James and my missus would be in there most Friday nights. And at least one night during the week, me and James would be in there as well. So that's twice a week we was in there for quite a while, and then he hasn't seen us for ages. And then to give us a 10% discount, it's obvious, isn't it? He thinks we've been going somewhere else. And in a way that is true, because we have been going somewhere else. We've been going eBay. So then after our curry, we went for a few beers in the local, and then we have wandered back here and been playing some tunes with the Kef Cantar 2 speakers and the Little Pioneer SX434 receiver. And I do think there is something in these Stellar Artois speaker stands, because I think I've been getting a little bit better bass out of these speakers tonight. The bass just seems lovely and clear, and a little bit like more precise. So the old Stellar Artois speaker stands might have improved the sound of these Kefs a little bit. And me and James was speaking about it. We think we need to do it with Guinness next, because Guinness is thicker, innit? So if you do it with 2 cases of Guinness, it might sound even better than with the Stellar Artois stands. So it looks like James is going to have another day trip to France and get a couple of cases of Guinness so we can test them out. Because I think we might be on to something tonight. We might have made a new discovery. Cases of booze make really good speaker stands. So try it. If you've got a couple of cases of beers at home, put your speakers on them and see what they sound like. And if you think they sound better, message me and let me know. And if you're lucky enough to have about 10 or 12 cases of beer at home, pile them right up. Do stacks of 5 or 6 cases either side, and then put your speakers on top of them and let me know what that sounds like, because I think that might sound even better. And I'm not joking, I'm not. Try it, because I really do think I am getting a little bit better bass out of these Kef Cantars tonight with them standing on these cases of Stella. I really do. I'm not on the wind up. And that's why I'm drinking these bottles of Spitfire tonight, because I really don't want to drink my speaker stands, because they just sound too good. And my missus come up with a good idea tonight that I think I'm going to do on the channel, because I'm going to buy the next amp. When I hit 200 subs, I will get another amp or a receiver to mark the occasion, because 200, that'll be like the next milestone that this channel will hopefully hit. So my missus said what you should do is get a money box, and because you've hit 100 subs now, every time you get another sub, put £1 into the money box, and when you hit 200 I'll have money sitting there ready to buy something. And already the channel, we hit 100 subs the other day, it's already hit 101. So I could put £1 in that money box already. But at the minute I have not got a money box. So we said we will look for one on Sunday at the boot fair. So the old Arkham CD player's going tonight. That is being put through its paces. but I don't really like that track, so let's skip it forward. Track number 5. Now this one's not for you, Mr. Muddy. None of the tracks I'm playing tonight, Mr. Muddy, are for you. Do not get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and put any of these on. Because I had to laugh, because I got a message from Mr. Muddy the other day, and he had got up at 7 o'clock in the morning and he had played Silver Bullet, Bring Forth the Guillotine. Now, no one can listen to that track at 7 o'clock in the morning, not unless you've been out all night clubbing. But he had just woken up, first thing in the morning, Silver Bullet, Bring Forth the Guillotine. And then he must be a glutton for punishment, 'cause straight after he played Silver Bullet, 20 Seconds to Comply. And I just got a message from him saying, oh my God, I've just listened to them 2 songs you mentioned. Oh, and I did have to laugh at that. Me and my missus had a right laugh with that message. So, Mr. Muddy, none of the ones I'm going to mention today, please, mate. But you could do me a favour. You could try your speakers on a couple of cases of wine and let me know what that sounds like. 'Cause we don't really have cases of wine round here. We are more beers. So tonight, when we was walking back here, James went, when we get in, can we have, and said a couple of tracks, and I went, James, it's my party, it's my choice tonight, I am in charge of the music. And you could tell in his face, he looked very worried, because James never knows what he's going to get from me. I could be in the mood for a jazz night, which is not really up James's street. I could be in the mood for a blues night or some lovely female vocals, which again is not really up James's street. So I know he was worried walking back here as to what kind of music I was going to put him through tonight. But the first track I put in, I looked at James and just went, Kicks Like a Mule. And I saw a big smile come on his face, 'cause he knew that meant I was in the mood for drum and bass party night. And Mrs. R got a big smile on her face, 'cause she loves a bit of drum and bass. She is a bit of a bass head, and I knew that she was in the mood for a bit of dancing tonight, the same as I was. So it's the 100 subs party. We want to have a little jump about, so there's nothing else you can play. It's got to be old school drum and bass night. So the first track I put in was Awesome 3, Don't Go, Kick Like a Mule mix. Now this is a tune from the early 90s, proper classic. I think you'd class this tune more as hardcore than drum and bass, but whatever you want to class it as, it is a proper tune. So that was it. We had Kick Like a Mule, and all 3 of us are up dancing about. And then when that finished, I turned round, and Mrs. R is racking up the tequila shots. So next up, I skipped the next track and moved on. So the next track we had a jump around to was M17, a track called Rocking Down the House. And it seemed appropriate because tonight we are rocking down the house. And this tune is another old classic hardcore track from 1991, and it really did sound good through these Kev speakers on the little Party Pioneer with my new Stella Artois speaker stands. The whole lot was just pumping to that track. So next I thought, right, let's really put the Stella Artois stands through their paces. So I went to my missus, racked the tequilas up, and then I slammed in the CD player. Now, Mr. Muddy, please do not listen to this one, 'cause I put in the CD player Mr. Kirk's Nightmare. And the bass line on this track is something else. But I wouldn't recommend any of you listen to this track. Unless you know this track, don't listen to this one. Mr. Kirk's Nightmare is not a track that I am recommending you should listen to, although it's an absolute classic hardcore tune and the bass on it is amazing. So I will say this, if you're feeling brave and you're really not easily offended, then play it. It's by 4Hero and it's called Mr. Kirk's Nightmare. And you want to play the original version from 1990 because that's the version that the three of us were jumping around to like lunatics earlier tonight. So after Mr. Kirk, I just left the CD playing because I know what track's up next, and it is another tune. Not for you, Mr. Muddy, do not play this one either, mate. This is a track by Shy FX, and it is called The Original Nutter. Now, those of you who know this tune, you know what a tune it is. For a little jump about and a bit of a party, you really can't beat this track. So after them two bangers, I took that CD out and put another one in. And I went to Mrs. R, right, this one's a bit for you, then the next one is for me and James. Because Mrs. R loves this track, and it is a track by Nookie, and it's called Give a Little Love. And it is a tune, it's a proper old school jump about feel good tune. And Mrs. R really loves it, so she was jumping around like a lunatic. But then when Nookie finished, I went, right, rack the shots up, because you need shots for this next track, and this next track is one that me and James love. So Mrs. R racked the shots up, we necked them, and I pushed play. And the next track was The Ganja Crew, Super Sharp Shooter. Now it's a proper old school jungle tune, this one. They don't come no more classic jungle than this. So that's what we had, Super Sharp Shooter, shooting shots. And yes, I was jumping around like a lunatic. Well, I'm allowed. It is my 100 subs party after all. And with this CD, there's 4 bangers on it, one after the other. So I just let it play and was having a jump about to all of them. So next up, after Super Sharp Shooter, was a track by D Patton called Who's the Bad Man. Now, if you know this one, you know this one is another classic. They're all coming out tonight, all the old classics. DJ Rattlesnake is pulling out some bangers tonight. So after Who's the Bad Man, and we are all jumping around like crazy people, next up is a track by SL2, and it is called Away in My Brain. Now you know, you old ravers, you love this track. And I love this track. It's a proper classic and such a tune. And then after that is another banger. Now this one's by Sons of the Loop and it is called Far Out. It's another classic old hardcore club tune from back in the day when people really did know how to make a tune to get everyone rocking on the dance floor. And then after that, next tune up, oh, it's one of my favourite tunes from this sort of era. It is one of my all-time favourites. And it is Valley of the Shadows, Origins Unknown. Don't go in that long dark tunnel. You know that's a tune. And I had that tune. As soon as it finished, I played it again. And then I put back on Mr. Kirk's Nightmare because I needed to hear that again. So that's about it now. I'm going to end the video here, but I'm not going to end my party because I have got a ton of tunes to play yet, and I have got 2 speaker stands to drink before I go to bed. So thank you for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you next time. And just like I normally do, I will put a list of the tracks that I have played tonight in the comments below. So if you want a bit of a jump around like a lunatic, check out the tracks I have played tonight. But not you, Mr. Muddy. No getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, mate, and playing any of this lot.